Hello everybody, it's Paul here back with another video, second video on my new YouTube channel. How very exciting. Thank you to anybody who's looked at the first video. I've had a few looks. It was just that short introductory thing, just setting up my stall of what I intended to do on this channel. And anybody who subscribed, who's thinking of subscribing, please do. There will be some content coming up, hopefully a bit more interesting stuff, starting with this little video which I'm doing tonight about a film which I watched this evening on a new Blu-ray which I received. I actually received it to review for Starburst magazine. There will be a review appearing online shortly, but I wanted to do a quick video about it because it's a hell of a film which I've not seen for 38 years. I'll hold it up. It's called Tomorrow I'll Wake Up and Scald Myself with Tea. It's not a title that trips off the tongue. As I say, I saw it, as it turns out, in 1982 when it had one screening in the UK on BBC Two. It's a Czechoslovakian time travel comedy. Now, you don't get many of those to the pound, which was made in 1977. As I say, I remember seeing it on BBC Two. It was a Saturday evening, apparently. So the booklet in the Blu-ray informs me. It's a very clever time travel comedy that Mr. Timey-wimey Stephen Moffat from Doctor Who himself would surely have approved of. It's set in the near future where time travel is a reality and an everyday concern. People go on trips to see dinosaurs, to Egypt, the Battle of Waterloo. It's a sort of a tourist destination. It's a tourist option. And it starts off with we're introduced to the conspirators, Nazi conspirators, in a plot who plan to go back to Nazi Germany in 1944 to turn the tide of the Second World War by giving Adolf Hitler a hydrogen bomb, which will bring the war to a rapid conclusion in his favour. So these conspirators team up with a pilot of a time machine, a sort of spaceship time machine, to go back to the 40s because he's sympathetic to their cause, and they sort of hijack the ship and travel back to the 1940s, where for various reasons things don't go quite right. Now, unfortunately, at the beginning of the film, the title refers to the fact that the pilot of the ship, he lives at home with his twin brother. He cooks breakfast, and there's a bit of an accident, and the twin brother, who is the actual conspirator, he chokes on a stale bread roll and dies. The other brother, who isn't as lucky in love and isn't quite as charismatic as his brother, decides on a whim to assume his identity, but that ends up with him being swept up in this conspiracy and this extraordinary plot, which, as I say, goes wrong with bizarre and hilarious and very clever consequences when they end up back in 1940s Germany. Things don't quite go to plan. There's much murder and intrigue and lots of slapstick comedy. Very clever time travel twists that avoid that sort of grandfather paradox thing that you often get in time travel stories. He's not concerned with that. He's concerned with the mechanics of this man who makes this decision to become his brother on the spur of the moment and sets up this chain of events which has repercussions in a sort of Groundhog Day quite sort of fashion. I won't give away too much about it because it's really very, very clever. And as I saw it back in 1982, and I've been thinking about it in the back of my mind for ages, because there's some very striking sequences of this time machine spaceship which lands in Germany outside Berlin in the sort of frozen wastes, and I vividly remembered these images of this very big sort of time machine. I remember seeing people climbing in and out and soldiers and things, which is quite a very small part of the film actually, but I just remember that very clearly. So it was a real joy to be able to revisit this. It's out on Blu-ray now. If you want something a bit different from your usual Hollywood blockbusters in your Marvel movies, much as I love the Marvel movies, can't recommend this highly enough. It's available on second run, an imprint I'm not familiar with, but I'm so glad they've put this one out. It's not the most incredible remastering of the print. There's a few little flickers and marks here and there, but once you become engrossed in the story, it really doesn't matter that much. So highly recommended. There's a 16-page booklet which gives you a bit of a background about the film, and there is a commentary. Obviously, it's not the sort of thing that's going to have reams and reams of special features, but what's on here is enough, and it's the film that counts. So, as I said, if you want something really left field and very unusual and very un-Hollywood, it's called Tomorrow I'll Wake Up and Scald Myself with Tea, and it's available online now, so highly recommended. and watch out for a written review on the Starburst site in the next couple of days. Thank you very much if you've watched this video. If you want to do the like and subscribe thing and leave a comment or something, that would be lovely. And I hope to see you again soon with another video. Bye bye now.